I grew up in Dunor Avenue, St. Teresa's Gardens. 4 generations of my family did live in Teresa's Gardens, yeah. My nanny was the oldest woman in the flats, 95.
Everybody knew one another, no whether you lived in the back, the middle or the end.
Great place, really great.
I was so happy being brought up in St. Teresa's Gardens.
Yeah, 360 odd flats in there, full of people, like full of families. Like, it was buzzing.
So what, the men? They're air flats, like everyone knows each other in them. And everyone has friends in them.
Teresa's Garden was a lovely place, and it was a lovely place to be in.
My mother came to live in Teresa's Gardens, it would have been in the 50s.
1952. My mother was expecting her 4th child. They were in tenements. And what was it she said? You could sit in the bed with a baby by on your lap and it'd put the fire out. Pissing. She loved that flat.
Brilliant, yeah. Great neighbours, great sense of community around there. When you come home from school, if your mother wasn't in, you'd be tucked in somewhere else, or somebody would grab hold of you till they come home, like, you know.
People cared about you. They were very loving people.
And if you didn't see a person, an older person, we'd say, oh, we must knock up and see you all right. That's the way they used to be.
Ah, yeah, geez, they know everything. They know what you have for your dinner in there.
Yeah, everybody knew one another, and everybody knew what was going on in the flats.
Had a few people thought they were too good for it, but you just leave them to themselves. They're just left on their own and anyway.
And it's not where you live, it's how you live at the end of the day.
If you had the crown back then, as my ma said, you'd give them half of it. That's what was great.
If there was a death, they do a collection to help them to pay for the funerals. Because people hadn't got money, there wasn't much work.
If I was an addict or an alcoholic and they see me and I was in a state, they would always come over to you. They'd make sure you'd get home safe.
In the flat, you can come out on your landing and scream over to someone, gives us up a milk till I go to the shop.
Like, it'd get people knocking up to the door, gives a bit of sugar and all. That'd be scary. We never needed it, but if you ever did,
There'd be a lot of mothers on the balcony watching to see their daughters or their sons coming, that the dinner's going cold.
Roaring and shouting, you know, come off here then, or come here, or we're gonna kill you.
Come up now, that's all you say. If I have to go down, I'll strail you up. Mad things you think.
Whistling.
Are you going to bingo tonight?
Did you hear such a thing and blah, blah, blah.
I'll meet you at the corner 7:30.
The corner just be some crack on them, you know. Big meeting point for everybody in the community. All sit around the corner, just general chit-chatting. See the older crowd, they be all playing cards and dawn and poker. And
The corner's the hill. We used to call it the hill. That's where we all used to sit with my big radio, listening to UB40 and Bob Marley and great summers.
The man is going down for a pint. We go down at 10 o'clock, that's all I have enough for.
in the summer they'd all sit out.
And make loads of bread and butter, maybe if someone had a bit of jam. And whoever's door they were sitting at made the tea.
They'd all sit there and talk. Some might knit, some might sew, some of them on times the trousers up. But they'd sit there watching all the kids playing.
We used to get rope and we used to tie it on the banister and we'd go out over the balconies, right out, and you get some hard nut, we'd do it on the top balcony. I'd be screaming, and if one of the neighbours caught you, you'd get a wallop.
You wouldn't be afraid to let the kids out. You know that they're safe. Someone will watch out for them.
You didn't go to your mother to say, Mrs. So-and-so's had to give me a clatter because you'd be bet.
Always kids out playing in the flats.
So we always played football, I boxed, kept pigeons. The lot was there for years.
Roller skating. It was a disco roller skate. We used to go there.
I used to stand up on horses and all. I used to hang off horses like Indians used to do. And to catch me horse, I'd be chasing them down the field and I'd hang out with the tail. Because once you have a horse by the tail, he can't kick you.
I spent most of my time in Teresa's Gardens in the small club. I worked there training the kids, and they'd be doing cookery.
Arts and crafts, jewellery making, cooking. We done a lot of things in the small club. We had great times down there.
I was a great boxer. My uncle trained me. I boxed for British Royal. I'd done a tour all around England. I was the only one that didn't lose a fight.
School, I was brilliant in school, in primary school. Then when I start going into secondary school, that's where I start going wrong.
Changed in the 70s. The drugs come into the area. You were kind of afraid because there's so many strangers coming in and out. And you were saying, there's something going on in here.
You couldn't get up and down the stairs, maybe falling over them. Strangers and ghosts. It was absolutely horrible.
We didn't know what heroin or thing was.
We were more frightened for our mother and my father. Strangers began knocking at my mother and father's door, have you any gear? They didn't know what they were talking about.
The older people, they wouldn't know. The people standing at the corner, they kind of get afraid.
We barely understood what was going on, and they were getting old. Kids taking overdoses. You're going like, they were the one age as me. How could that happen? They were only kids. We were only 15.
Some that went on it, everything going for them. Had great jobs, painters, carpenters, electricians, plumbers. And the drugs took a heat to them. Their lives was just gone downhill.
People were going in and locking their doors. There's no more laughs till 10, 12 at night. That was all gone.
People were saying we have to do something.
There was nothing they could do.
Some families are 3 and 4 over the drugs.
People started to shift, moved like pilgrims, just to get away from what was going on in the flats.
It was awful. People saying we're getting an awful name. Can't go anywhere, you can't get a job because you're from St. Teresa's Gardens.
Can I get any work? Yeah, where are you from? Teresa's Gardens. No jobs I've had. Run a mile from you like years ago. Like.
It was always highlighted in the paper. Drugs found and this arrest, that arrest.
Oh, you're from that mad place. Nobody has come up here really. Beirut. That's what they used to call it. Beirut.
We done security on the flats, not letting people in. Used to light a fire, in the window and keep security. That was great for a while and it stopped and then all of a sudden we had it back again. When there's 14 in the house, you don't know every one of their friends. So how can you keep them all out?
I didn't know really that was introduced in there in the 70s. Like, I wasn't even born, I don't think. 77 I was born, so I wasn't even there for that, There's 2 generations lost because we were the second ones then.
Devastated families because they were so young.
14 when we went into drugs.
I actually started in a flat in the middle block in the flats. I thought they were smoking hash oil on the tin foil and it was really heroin.
Oh, he's only a kid, like.
14, yeah. Just crazy.
Late in life. About 27 when I started.
26.
I never took heroin. I started on methadone.
I was working in the community. I was thinking of going to college to Maynooth and doing youth work. Never dreamt I would end up on drugs.
I took a sup of it and I started liking it. Like, there was a nice buzz off it.
Great. People tell you it's horrible. Like, the drug is absolutely lovely. Like, that's how people get strung out on it.
It feels great. You don't care what's going on around you. You've no worries in the world.
The feeling of euphoria of it is beautiful.
Everything's going real slow. It's weird.
Going out partying, getting stoned, going raving. It's the life, like, The start is brilliant, yeah. I suppose you follow your feet, don't you?
A boyfriend was on drugs. I'd just say to him, go on, let us try a little bit. It made me feel like he felt.
Well, I was smoking it for about 8, 9 months and then I started going onto the needle. I was skin popping going to school in the morning and coming back on my lunch break and skin popping the other half.
You have to catch them before you can accuse them. They could hide it that well.
If my eyes were pinned, I'd never go home. I'd always say, can I stay in my friend's house? Or if my mum was gone to bingo, I'd stay there. Get into bed, I'd say, I'm in bed.
If you went to a person and said, your son is on drugs, not my son. No, it's not my son.
See, you're very secretive. Like, I only lived a couple of doors away from my mother, like, and she's seen, like, she came in one day and I was dying sick.
It's too late when the parents find out.
I always remember the look on my ma's face. She was devastated. Jeez, I took her soul that day. Broke her heart.
Oh, desperate. My mother caught me having a turn on the belt and all around my arm. Never forget that, never. I'm an only child, so it really hurt her.
A sister on drugs, they couldn't believe it. They asked me to stop and get help. I wouldn't at the time, I wouldn't. It made me distant from them. It was like as if I was somebody else.
The money was gone, the job was gone, the girlfriend is gone. When you notice everything starts falling from underneath you, that's when you know you have a problem. When you're doing it, you don't think you have a problem.
I ended up getting thrown out of school about 15. So yeah, that's when I went bad on it, really, really bad.
I started to sneak around in the job and I felt guilty. I knew I shouldn't be in that area if I was going to be doing this.
Just couldn't take it anymore. The sickness and getting up vomiting and sweating and freezing.
Horrible. Oh, horrible. Woke up sweating and my legs hopping. So I went off to my family doctor. She says, have you been taking methadone or anything like that? I said, yeah. She says, how long have you been taking it for? I said, a few weeks now. She said, you're addicted to it.
Money and the fun ran out of it, like, It was very sick one day, like, there was a big drought. We all ended up down in Pier Street. There was hundreds of us, like. Everyone was looking for help. The help came in the form of methadone.
Like, I didn't know you needed that every day. I thought, well, it's keeping people off heroin, so it mustn't be addictive.
Methadone is harder than heroin to come off. You feel heavy, you feel stoned, like. It's just the same, there's no difference, like.
I went to London then when I was about 19. I locked myself in a room over there for 3 weeks and just came off it.
Then I got clean, done a rattle, stayed away from everything, like stayed in the house, went through cold turkey. Probably clean for about 10 years, like, yeah. Back your self-worth again, feeling something.
When I came back to Dublin then I had to slip again. It just so, it can happen so easy.
Yeah. When my dad died, I walked out and went to hospital into Ballymun, scarred in Ballymun that day. Yeah, she was heavily pregnant at the time and I went back on it as well.
You don't even realise it. I only have one, and then one leads to back strung out again.
I took a stroke. It frightened the life out of me. It left me paralysed. I'm on methadone ever since.
I didn't have my daughter till I was 21, but when I had to, like, you know, life changed then. But then I had a slip, and so that's when I ended up back on the clinics.
And my advice to people is, I wouldn't go near methadone. If they're on heroin, detox off heroin. Do not go on methadone.
It just makes you feel normal. Keeps your mind not thinking of drugs. Now, to me it does. Everyone's different, but that's the way I feel.
I don't know, I hate the stuff, like, I hate the stuff. I absolutely hate it. Destroyed me, I think, you know. It's destroyed myself, I suppose, but...
It has helped me have a normal life, but I'd love not to be on methadone.
46 years I know a girl that's on it for. 36 years. That's crazy, like, it's crazy.
When I was on the brown methadone, it was too much sugar and it was rotting the back of my teeth.
It goes into the marrows, your bones.
I feel it's harmed my health.
Like, you're prone to a heart attack on methadone. A lot of people don't know that.
The minute I get up, I take me methadone.
I hate going there every morning. I just want to be done with a lot of it and get off it.
I go to the dealer every day, I go to the doctor. Two things are the same. I know people say they're not, they are.
I want to get down to 50 and then they'll take me in somewhere.
They're asking people that have a chronic problem, like, do you want more? Like, 50 means to put a horse down, like.
I'm on 85 now, but he keeps saying you're not ready. So I said, look, I know my own body, I am ready.
Don't know how many beds there is, but I don't think there's many. For the amount of people that's on drugs, you know, we put you up to 150 minutes if you only need 50 minutes to go into treatment. Like.
Well, number one, why I'd love to go off it, because I'd love to see my father in heaven and my sister and my mother that's alive today, seeing that I'm off everything. Just to see that smile on her face.
I need to have a doctor to tell me you have to come down so many minutes every so often.
Someone to just say, look, you don't stop.
More rehab centres. If you get one out of every 10 that you can save, like, well, that's one. Get them in. That's someone's son, it's someone's daughter, someone's brother and sister. We belong to someone. We all belong to somebody.
About 4 years ago, good friends of mine died. It's just so sad, like, and I think I was one of the lucky ones.
I was after running up a bill with Dublin Corporation for €11,000. I'd no home to come home to.
You lose your sense of belonging as well, like, because you're not in your own frame of mind.
I was still dabbling in it. There was a lot of chaos.
It's as simple as things just getting out of bed, like, it's not simple for an addict.
Then I started coming up to the North Community Drug Team, the drop-in.
The Nora Avenue drop-in gives you loads of options.
There's everything on offer here.
You can come in any time, you can talk to any of the counsellors.
You'll have your dinner, your breakfast, the games of pool, the counselling service.
Anyone in here you can talk to. And you know, like, it's confidential. And they try and help you.
Acupuncture.
Relaxation.
There's a men's club. There's yoga goes on.
You get to meet people, have something to eat.
Great team of people here, like.
You showed up here today and you were strung out. They'd probably get you onto a clinic. They'd get you into treatment. They wouldn't just leave you.
They always welcome you, no matter what. You always have a welcoming smile. You cup of tea, you want some toast, you want to read the paper. It's nice to somebody asks, do you want something, you know?
They gave me practical hands. I never stood in front of the judge before, and I was terrified.
These are here for you. These will help you, but you have to help yourself.
And they actually came to court and we got sorted out that I'd pay me rent. It gets stopped every week out of me weekly money.
Like, I'd say most of the people would have went back on drugs without this club. So they keep themselves stable since they've been here.
Only with this club in the daytime, I don't know what I'd be up to. Because I'm very easily led. I'm very, very easily led. Someone says to me, come on, I've no money, I want to jump this counter. I'd go in with them.
Played a part in the recovery, like, because now your head is clean and this is when all the emotions start running back, like, and all the thoughts, like, and all the bad that you did. Then that's when you start beating yourself up about it, like, you have somewhere to come now, like, you know.
I'm here most days. I'm not out with people saying, oh, take this, because I'm very vulnerable. And I probably would have a slip. When you're here, you don't even think of drugs.
When my sister died, this centre wasn't here. I don't know what I would have done. Yeah, it was kind of like, I knew if I come here, like, I wasn't going to do anything. I wasn't going to snap.
The staff are brilliant. You can have chats with them, go in and have a one-on-one if you feel down. Or I'd be lost without here, really.
The people that die from drugs, we have a Christmas tree outside every year. People who put their little signs in, their pictures.
If I'm feeling a bit down because I suffer with depression, I do the relaxation and might have a little sleep and I wake up much better.
Acupuncture actually helped me loosen the muscle in my hand.
Chatting back to people, like, you know, able to look people in the eye when you're not stoned, like, able to talk about daily things, football and the newspaper and tennis or whatever, like, and it's not where are we going, where isn't, you're out of that madness.
In my movement, personality, confidence, in every way, I noticed that I changed.
It's got people so much help. This club is the best thing that happened to the flats and people around here.
When you stand at the corner now when you're coming from the club, it's heartbreaking looking up and saying, oh, them flats is gone. Where's all them people gone?
It looks hollow with the flats gone.
They started knocking down 4 years ago.
It was the saddest thing. But I never thought I felt that way about them.
People cried bitter when they were coming down.
They just vanished.
Some took a bit of wallpaper, a bit of tile, the letterbox, the numbers.
I never took anything.
I took bricks from my nanny's, brought them up to my auntie and she put them in her extension, put them into our wall.
You know, my memories are all in my heart.
When I came back from England, like, it's all gone, nothing left.
All our roots is gone.
And all the neighbours scattered to the winds.
Drumina,
Tala,
Crumlin,
Clondalk and
Cork Street, Inchicore. There's actually no sound now in St. Teresa's Gardens. It's just dead.
Silence. It's just silence, like, it's terrible, it is, like.
Feel like there's a load of ghosts there coming out up out of that ground.
where is that? Where's it all gone?
It doesn't sound wild and happy and spiritual anymore.
4 years down the line, they still haven't told us on. Supposed to be building houses. Now, some people want to go back into the community. But a house is not bred into us. Flats was bred into us. They miss leaning on the balcony to have a yap to somebody. Where when you come outside the house, you've nothing to lean on. They had to stand at the door with their hands down the side. Oh, it's very odd.
The only time you'd see people now is at funerals. That's the only time you see all the old community back around. Like, if somebody dies, you'd see them all at the church.
And if it was a die, you're nothing sure you'll find them in St. Teresa's Church. And that's what I call friendship.
There's never a poor funeral in St. Teresa's Gardens.
They follow you to death.
I feel very, very proud that I grew up with a lovely load of people.
They all stick together. It doesn't matter where you live, you can all stick together if you're in a community.
They still think of you.
Even though they don't live here, they have it in their heart.
There's a sense of pride in it, like, you're on the flats, like, you know, see, like, the likes of the youth workers only starting here, and you can see when these folks come in, the volunteers, and you can see that, oh, like, and then you see them when they're gone, like, and they're dropping back to see people in the community, like, and they were well looked after.
I'd love to be able to walk again. I'd like to do you walk.
Just a little waitress job, just from 9 to 5. Just something like that. I get on with everybody, mingle with everyone.
Oh yeah, I'd like a bit of work, like to get a job. I was a health and safety officer on a building site for years. As a scaffolder. I have a good, happy, healthy life with my son, good, healthy relationship with him.
I'd like to do a bit of acting. The drama, like, it's just great. I think acting is great. Like, I'd like to see myself out in America making films. I'd be another Robert De Niro.